At Optavia, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The following audio contains the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the Optavia community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join Optavia, but please note they have not been verified and your individual journey to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider in the US or a doctor in Singapore and Hong Kong prior to beginning your journey with Optavia. Additionally, this audio may contain income or earning representations of some independent Optavia coaches. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with Optavia is derived from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Optavia acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to Optavia coaches in the US, Hong Kong, and Singapore. For independent Optavia coaches operating in the US, please see the Optavia Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of US coaches under the US Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent Optavia coaches operating in the US under the US Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan. Yours in Health, the Optavia team.
Optavia. Love that symbol. I'm so glad everyone is with us tonight. Again, I just want to take a moment to introduce myself really quickly. I see several people joining. What we're about to be up to 2,000. So awesome. All right, you guys, just while you're joining, comment in the chat where you're coming in from. I can't really see the chat right now, but it'll be interesting to go back and look later because 2,100 people right now. I know there's people all over the United States. So just want to welcome you tonight to our Optavia community time. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. I just been getting ready for this night with some of my friends and just really excited about just Optavia in general. This is such an amazing journey. And so if you are just logging in, again, my name is Carol Hips, and we're going to be covering element 10 tonight. We're going to bust some hydration myths, and this is going to be fun. And so I kind of want to do a fun picture here to introduce myself. I was out in Arizona in this photo, and I was just having the time of my life in the sun. And that's a gift that Optavia has given us, is just to enjoy life and be healthy. And so I wanted to share a fun photo with you. But I am an independent certified Optavia health coach and love everything that we stand for in this community. I've absolutely been completely transformed because of the habits and this incredible system, which we're going to go over some of this tonight with element 10. So I wanted to share with you just a snippet of my story. I have some really amazing friends on tonight that are going to share their stories as well, and you're going to leave this whole night completely inspired, and you're going to learn some things. I came into the program really looking to change my habits for the long term. Any other past yo-yo dieters out there, you can comment that in the chat if you want to, but I had this yo-yo dieting mentality. And really, like I mentioned earlier, from Arkansas, I'm a mom of 3. I've all stages, and you'll see that if you join us for the next call, you'll see a photo of my babies. But I have all stages of dramatics from a toddler to a teenager. So we're just living it up here at our house with those babies. But we have a busy lifestyle. And I know you guys are on here tonight to learn a few things, and this system has literally helped me transform into just having a simple plan, also having an educational component. And overall, I lost over 100 pounds, and hydration has been an absolute huge piece of my journey in learning to actually, hydrate myself properly. So I'm going to go over the agenda with you just real quickly tonight, what you're going to learn. We're going to talk a little bit about mindset, skill set, and action. So with the mindset, it's why hydration is so important, right? The benefits of drinking water. So I'm going to share some of that with you tonight. Also with the skill set, just knowing the difference between what healthy hydration is and what unhealthy hydration is. I definitely, if I'm being transparent, participated in some unhealthy hydration in the form of Coca-Cola at one point, but I'm free of that, you guys. I'm free of that, and I'm thankful. So, and then action, we're going to help you leave this tonight creating a healthy hydration plan and hopefully learn a few things. So let's do a quick poll. I'm just really interested to see, and you can answer this, but which answer best describes you? Are you an Optavia coach? I'm going to join in on this. Are you an Optavia client or are you a guest? Maybe you just trickled upon this because someone shared it with you and you just wanted to join to see what this was all about. Either way, whatever your answer is, we're super excited that you are here. All right, so we're going to dive in a little bit into the system. Again, saying my internet connection is unstable. We're going to make it through this, but the Habits of Health transformational system has been absolutely critical in my journey. And I'm not going to spend just a long time explaining this to you, but I do want to dive in a little bit here because this is something that is very transformational in a lot of ways. So you're going to want the system, you guys, even if you don't have if you're not even a client yet, or if you haven't even heard about Optavia, you're going to want this system. It is incredible. You can download the app for free right now if you don't have it. You can search Dr. A's Habits of Health. You can get that app for free. The Life book and the Habits of Health book is just these three pieces work transformationally together to really help you short-term and long-term to be successful in your health. It's absolutely been a game changer for my personal journey, and I'm just very grateful that I have it. So let's move on. And element 10, which is what we're going to be covering tonight. Okay, element 10, we will discover some of the important factors to pay attention to while you guys are reaching your healthy weight. Some of you may be on here and you've already met your healthy weight. Tonight we're also going to realize the importance of water on your health journey, getting to optimal health, and identify some best ways to hydrate during your weight loss phase. You may learn a few things there. And then we're going to provide you with tools to plan and track your hydration that develops into the other habits of health, okay? So moving on, we're going to grab another poll. And this one is very interesting. So what percentage of Americans do not drink enough water? What do you think? 10%, 25%, 40%, or 60%? I'm going to vote on this as well, and we will get those results to you here in a few. Okay. All right. This man here is the creator of the transformational system, someone that's greatly impacted my life. And, one of the things that I love about the Habits of Health transformational system is that he has these amazing little quotes in there, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson. So he says here, water is a critical component of your body, making up between 55 and 60% of your weight. Your body cannot store water, unlike fat, so you need to replenish it often. So how true is that? That's why we need to drink throughout our day. So just going to read here really quickly. On the 8 benefits of drinking water, you guys can read this. I'm going to just juggle through here really quickly so we can bring on some stories for you tonight. Water is obviously calorie-free. It keeps you from overeating. It also facilitates the removal of toxins. Prevents us obviously from being dehydrated as well. What I've loved about it is it really helps energize me. There's times during the day where I'm like, I need to get up and move, and drinking water is something that I definitely lean to help me just re-energize myself. It speeds up our metabolism. Who doesn't want that? And then it also helps your liver convert fat to energy. Again, who doesn't want some extra energy? All by just drinking water, right? It also compensates for the loss of glycogen stores as you lose weight. So these are all great things to keep your body functioning. And, of course, recommending 64 ounces of plain water each day is really what our minimum is. So, all right. So looking to bring some stories to you guys. I've got my friend Ange Tucker here. You can see her just cute little picture here on the PowerPoint. And I'm just excited to bring Ange on to share her story a little bit. Ange, are you with us?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. There you are.
Hey.
Yeah, go for it, sister.
I am here. Is my internet working? Okay, awesome. Oh, I am so excited to be on here today and share with you all. I know the internet is being a little bit laggy, so I hope that you can hear me okay. I started my journey with Optavia weighing almost 300 pounds. I had struggled with weight literally my whole life. There was not a time that I can remember being not overweight. And what I think is super interesting about tonight and talking about hydration, I think for me, hydration is something so simple. It's almost like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on the call, but it's almost like the eye roll element of like, oh, we all know this. Like, of course you got to stay hydrated. Like, we know all of the things. And that's what was true for my journey too. It's like, we don't need to read another book on what we're supposed to do. We know it in our heads, but it's actually implementing it and living it out. That, you know, it was always my biggest struggle, consistency. And making this small promise to yourself to get enough water in, you know, every single morning I wake up and the first thing I do in the morning is I grab my water bottle and I chug this thing, you guys. And that just propels me for my day. It propels me forward to just feel energized and refreshed. And also just starting with that one small promise is really a catalyst to be able to go on and do more. And I would say absolutely that is true of my health journey as well through Optavia. You know, gaining freedom in my relationship with food and my relationship with my body has been an absolute catalyst for me to reach for and do more in my life. I'm so excited for you to share a little bit more about that later on the second half of this call. But truly, I just want you to know anything that you want for your life is possible. I hit a really huge milestone last week. I stepped on the scale and the number was in the 160s. Y'all, I have not seen that number since I was in 5th grade. I'm not even kidding. When I was in 5th grade, I weighed about 165 pounds. And so to be at this place that I truly never thought was possible is incredible. And it's through these small habit changes, through, you know, getting enough water in and having my nutrition down. I didn't have to do all of these things at once. I really just had to start small. And it's truly through making those small promises to myself that has led me to be able to achieve more and more and more, and find freedom in all of this. So I just want you all to know anything that you want is possible. We have an incredible system for you to be able to start small with something, you know, as small as getting enough water in, that will really lead to be this catalyst for you to have more for your life. Thanks.
And you're so awesome. I took notes while you were talking and I wrote down small promises to yourself. So that is amazing. I'm just going to kind of pull back the PowerPoint for a second because it's so true. Our small promises to ourselves are what equals up to the big ones, right? And that's how we accomplish big things. So before we go to this poll, sorry, I clicked ahead. I want to launch the poll results. Can we do that? Morgan, thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. What percentage of Americans do not drink enough water? Wow. 77% of you said 60%, which is close, but it's actually 40%. So 40% don't drink enough water. So let's dive into one more poll because I think we might have two, but this one is kind of fun. So if you can launch this one for our guests, what's your current water badge? So your current water badge, these are kind of funny to me. Water buffalo, I drink water all the time. Happy hummingbird, I do well when it's around. That was probably me before. Desert lizard, I never remember to drink water. So I'm submitting mine. You guys submit yours. And we're going to move on here. So let's talk about the skill set, right? Healthy hydration. So there are a few little tips I'm going to give you here on some healthy hydration. So water, obviously plain water. I personally, you guys, bought a huge water bottle that gives me motivational quotes through the day to help me get my water, and it's such a good cue for me. Tea and even flavor infused water if you like that. These are all healthy choices. I really want to sit here for just a second on the purposeful hydration as well. If you guys haven't tried that, it's amazing. I struggled again with my water, trying to get rid of some old habits, and purposeful hydration is something that really cues you throughout the day. There's 3 different kinds. Start strong, be active, and replenish. So just a quick rundown of those. If you're watching this and you're not using them and you're interested in them, Start Strong is that's what it does. It helps you start strong in the morning. It's an amazing flavor, and it contains as much vitamin C as 6 oranges. It's just a perfect way to start your morning. And then Be Active, it's an incredible source of B vitamins. I really love it. It's something that just kind of gives me a little extra pep in my step in the day. So it supports that energy production. And again, plain water is going to do this too, but these are great additives that are just really amazing and they taste awesome. And then Replenish, it actually helps you restore those key electrolytes that we just naturally lose throughout the day. You know, I'm an active mom, I have 3 daughters, and so sometimes I'm like, you know, a little Replenish at night goes a long way, but it actually cues you when to hydrate and why. And if you do this system of purposeful hydration, you actually get all your water in for the day. So it's really kind of cool. And so it allows you to keep that hydration flowing through the day. So let's go through some unhealthy hydration. You can be honest in the chat if you would like to. I will be honest with you. I'm just this normal human being that tripped and fell upon this amazing system and just super happy to have it. But I was someone that liked a little Coke on occasion. Actually, it was really weird. After I had my 3rd daughter, they gave it to me in the hospital, and it's truly like what Dr. A says. I literally could not get enough of it. So some unhealthy hydration choices are like fruit juices and sodas, even diet soda. Of course, energy drinks. And I know many of you probably have been there before, just trying to gain that energy when we know that actually water is a good source of energy replenishment. And then sports drinks that are high in sugars. And of course, alcohol. So those are some unhealthy hydration. We'll actually, Morgan, do you want to go ahead and launch that poll now that we just did? And we'll go ahead and read that one. So what's your current water badge? Hey, you guys, 67% said water buffalo. You drink water all the time. That's awesome. So amazing. Only 28% happy hummingbird, 5% desert lizard. Okay, so maybe those 5% will learn some things on here tonight to help you increase those small wins, like Ange was saying. So we're going to go over to Iowa with the Martins, Brian and Vicki Martin. So amazing friends of ours. They have incredible stories, and I'm going to stop share so you can see this beautiful couple. And you guys come off mute and share with us for a few minutes.
Hi, we are so excited to be here. Optavia has literally changed our lives. So we both come from backgrounds of really being major emotional eaters and closet eaters.
Oh, for sure.
And so I have been a yo-yo dieter like everybody else. And so actually I was thinking about this morning was one time, like I never learned how to change my habits. And so one time I did a boot camp, and as soon as it was done, as soon as I got to my goal weight, I went to the grocery store, I bought frozen pizza, a half dozen donuts, candy, and soda. So like Optavia was exactly what we needed. I needed to learn how to change my habits. So when we met just a couple years ago, we were both major closet eaters, major emotional eaters. And so together as a couple, we just got bigger.
Yeah. I felt gross. And I was turning to all the things we're talking about, hydration and the unhealthy hydration. I was like, unhealthy hydration, check. Unhealthy hydration, check. Oh, I got a couple more to add to that list. I was drinking energy drinks like crazy. I mean, I was a desert lizard. It was awful. I was pretty much shriveling up as I was sitting there. It was crazy.
So we realized we were unhealthy. So we did what all of America does. And we went to a gym, we counted our macros, and it was intense.
Oh man.
So we got married July of 2017, and we looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then as soon as we stopped going to the gym and stopped counting our macros, every single pound came back because no habits were changed.
Plus a little bit extra for me, I know.
So we're sitting in an Iowa winter, huge.
Yeah.
And we see a friend post on Facebook, and it was like, this is it. Whatever she's doing, she could be selling magic beans. I don't care. We're going to do it. So we call her.
It wasn't magic beans.
It wasn't. It was Optavia. And so we call her, and everything changed.
Yeah. We got started, and you know what? We instantly started just falling in love with how we were feeling. I mean, it was amazing. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we were just doing the plan and program the way it was spelled out for us and laid out for us. We were hydrating our bodies the right way. We were kind of giving up some of those unhealthy hydration things and checking in with water. And man, I tell you what, we rocked it. I mean, literally rocked it. I mean, she lost 50 pounds and I lost 90 pounds, and we were feeling over the moon.
I
Amazing.
didn't even know I could be that small. Like, it was the best thing ever. Like, shopping was so fun. Like, I felt really confident for the first time ever. I've always been that friend who felt like I needed to laugh at everything and be really fun and funny because I wanted people to like me, because I didn't feel like I was good enough for how I looked. And finally, I felt like I was fully me. Like, I felt so confident in who I was at that point. And so it's been amazing as we've continued on, and we had our sweet little 4-month-old baby. And in that time, like, hydration is so key. But the coolest part is we learned how to hydrate our body through going through, we went through the 5-in-1, and now, like, that habit was finally instilled. It's so important during pregnancy, during nursing, and just day-to-day life. But for me, I mean, they're shoving it down my throat, and I was like, I got this.
Yeah.
I got this. So
it's been so cool to just see ourselves. I mean, we're literally totally different people. We see pictures of ourselves. Our skin is fresh and vibrant. I mean, like, literally, and like, we have energy to be up at all hours with our daughter because she doesn't like to sleep very often. So it's amazing. And we've just honestly loved everything about Optavia, and this hydration has really honestly changed, I mean, how we kind of look at everything, that and the habits. I mean, oh man. Just absolutely love this. That's really kind of all we got, Carol. Thank you so much for having us tonight.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have the chat box like blowing up. They're just loving your energy. And I want to say that as we kind of go into the last little bit here, I'm going to pull my PowerPoint up again. They have amazing energy, and hydration is a huge part of that, you guys. You think it's so simple and such a small step, but that's what we do in Optavia. We help you create those small wins. So I want to go into some planning with you guys. So let's make a hydration plan. We have some tools that will assist you with tracking the Habits of Health app right here. If you don't have that, you can download it, and it's so cool because you can put the plus sign and make sure that you're tracking those at least ounces of water glasses of water per day, 64 ounces per day. 8 ounce. That's what I'm trying to say. Also in your Optavia guide, there's a hydration tracker. So for my friends who are, I was in the medical profession. I was an RN for years. I love my highlighters. I love my pens. I know you medical professionals out there can feel me if you're a nurse. Some people like paper. So in the Optavia guide, there's a hydration tracker for those people who love that. Okay. So I want to challenge you here. Maybe you can put this in the chat for me. What action are you going to take as a result of this element? A small little step. What can you implement today that you can take as an action to improve your overall intake? Promise you guys, this is the last poll, but we do really like to, know and get some feedback on how you loved this community time. And we're not done yet. I'm going to give you some things here at the end to kind of take away and implement. But let's rate the community time for me. I mean, you guys have got to give these amazing stories an excellent, but so you can rate it excellent, very good, good, below average, or poor. I'm going to go ahead and just rate mine. There you go. Thank you guys for participating in that. We love feedback and gathering information. We want to make sure we're serving our community. So I want to leave you here with some tools. We got a few minutes left, so I want to spend some time and also invite you to our next call. But the life book for me has been an incredible resource, but there are other ways to plug into the community too. Again, I don't know if you're on here because you are a client or if you are a coach or if you're a guest. So here's some incredible ways you can plug into our community. And as you can see with Ange and with the Martins, we have a pretty awesome community. You're just seeing a small snippet tonight of what this community is really all about. It's really a pleasure to be a part of it. But you have the Optavia YouTube playlist. You can subscribe to that, okay? One of my favorite tools is podcasts. So the Habits of Health calls are on the podcast. Of course, the Life Book, like I mentioned, that system has been a game changer for all of us on this call tonight. And then you can text Optavia 30 to 99000, and you can get the Optavia 30 text. As a matter of fact, this call pops up on a text to me every Wednesday, and so you'll be able to get those reminders for the Wednesday calls. And then this is kind of new. As of today, I believe, we're introducing our complete element video playlist. This is so exciting because I don't know if you guys knew, but there's an Optavia Client Answers. And then there's an Optavia Coach Answers. So really, no matter where you are at, you can go to answers.optavia.com, and this Element video playlist is up for viewing. So what that means is all the elements in the Amazing Life book, including the one we covered tonight, is in there. I mean, you can see on this screen, look at that, Element 1, Element 2. Let me just tell you, Element 16, I don't see because it's probably on down. Is one of my favorites. Just drop that right now. It's about the addictive foods and what that does to us. So just plugging that, you might want to check out this Element video playlist. Now I want to let you know, I've got to spend a moment here to let you know about next week, because one of the best friends on this entire planet for me, Tracy Scares, is going to be, she's an independent certified Optavia coach. She's going to be coming on and helping us bust through some weight loss plateaus with some Memorial Day health tips. So really excited for next week. Also, I just want to personally invite you to, and I'll just stop the share so you can see here. I want to personally invite you to stay on this call, okay? Because we are going to follow this with more just inspiring stories of transformation, including more of Angie's story and including more of Brian and Vicky's story, a little bit more about my story. So we want to invite you to join us for the next call that's just in a few minutes, but really, truly grateful for you guys joining us tonight. I hope you learned some things. Looking forward to getting that feedback and you guys dive into the community. We love what we do and we are so grateful you joined us tonight. Put these in your calendar every week and hop on Wednesdays. So you guys have a great night. We'll hope to see you on the next call.
At Optavia, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The prior audio contained the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the Optavia community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope those stories inspire you to continue your journey with or to consider joining Optavia. But please note that they have not been verified and your individual journey to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider in the U.S. or a doctor in Singapore and Hong Kong prior to beginning your journey with Optavia. Additionally, this audio may have contained income or earning representations of some independent Optavia coaches. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with Optavia is derived from successful sales efforts, which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. Optavia acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to Optavia coaches in the U.S., Hong Kong, and Singapore. For independent Optavia coaches operating in the U.S., please see the Optavia Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of U.S. coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent Optavia coaches operating in the U.S. under the U.S. Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan. Yours in health, the Optavia team.